It's a perfect bottle if you really want to experiment with rum and you want to try it out with obviously giving it a bit of time in the glass and also experiment with water. Just gives you loads and loads of flavor, different flavors, different textures. But this is simply just an excellent bottle that I would highly recommend that you either get a bottle or you try a sample at least. Okay guys, well good day everybody and welcome to my channel Whiskey Journey. Today I finally got another rum review for you guys. So I'm going to be journeying into Jamaica and trying out this single cask Long Pond. So this bottle was bottled by independent bottler Kill Devil, and as I said, it's from the Long Pond distillery, aged for 16 years. This is a single cask, as I've said, cask strength, non-chill filtered, natural colour, 253 bottles only, and bottled at an eye-watering 67% ABV. So it is quite strong. Now, if you do decide to get a sample, or if you do end up getting a bottle, I have seen this available on some sites. Definitely experiment a bit with it. I do find that it benefits with additional time in the glass, and also with some water as well. So let's just get straight into the tasting notes first, and we'll give this a nose first. Okay, so first of all I'm picking up some tropical fruit notes, but quite concentrated, so definitely some pineapple and banana. There's an interesting note here, and definitely coconut. I get very strong coconut on this one. I think I get a very similar note from Clarendon that I've got as well. But yeah, definitely coconut, almost like creamy coconut. There's some vanilla there too. There is some wood influence as well, so definitely some woodiness and oak from the barrel. A little bit of alcohol prickle as well. I mean, it is 67% ABV. And besides the tropical fruit notes, as I said, they're quite concentrated, but I also get this almost even like a jam type quality. I'm thinking perhaps marmalade or berries, like a raspberry type jam. Not particularly sweet, more on the sharper side of things. But yeah, it's just a little bit of mustiness there as well, a bit of funk. As I said, it does take a bit of time to come out in the glass, but I am going to experiment with a bit of water for this one. But let's just try it at its natural strength first. Ooh. Quite a lot of spiciness there in the end, but not particularly alcoholic. I mean, it is alcoholic, but the spiciness I'm getting more from the oak than anything else. Right, so quite a lot to say about this. So it starts out intense tropical fruits, but as I said, that concentrated pineapple, banana, and then you start getting that jammy note, all very intense, and then it kind of sort of mid palate you start to get the influence from the oak and the wood with some tannins, then a big hit of spiciness as well from the barrel, and then it becomes increasingly salty. There's quite a lot of salt, but like almost like seawater, just intense saltiness. But then those jammy fruits come back again, more influence from the barrel with some wood tannins, with more vanilla as well now coming out in the finish, and those tropical fruit notes are just sitting there on the tongue as well. Finish is medium to long. It's quite a chewy, syrupy texture as well on the initial palate. That's just lovely. I mean, it is very high strength, so what we're going to do is just reduce it just a little bit and see if we get any other notes. I'm going to add quite a few drops of water to this because I personally believe that it does take well to water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drops of water, and we'll just see if the profile changes at all. That saltiness is just lovely. It just really lingers in the finish. It reminds me of Worthy Park, actually. I get that sort of saltiness on the end with Worthy Park rum that I've tried, but this is a bit more saltier in my opinion. Right, so we've brought that strength down just a wee bit. So let's see if the notes change at all. Okay, so a bit more sort of almost like caramel fudge coming out, so a tad sweeter. Still getting the coconut and the tropical fruit notes, banana and pineapple. It almost reminds me of perfumed or aromatic. It's quite an aromatic nose, more so with water. And vanilla as well, definitely vanilla essence or vanilla pod, that sort of nature, definitely. A little bit of honey coming out now as well. Right, so let's just have a wee taste then and see what those 5 drops of water have done to the palate. Okay. So in my opinion, definitely benefits from a little bit of water. Straight away on the palate, as soon as it hits the side of the tongue, getting raspberries and berries, becomes quite not sour but sharper. Still getting those tropical fruit notes, concentrated, bananas and pineapple. And then sort of just before the finish starts, a little bit of toffee, sweeter notes, and then the saltiness kicks in again, and now it's continuing in the finish. More spiciness from the barrel, vanilla, and a little bit of wood tannin there too again in the finish, becoming quite savoury. So what initially starts out as quite a sweet arrival becomes more and more savoury as the saltiness hits, and also a little bit of wood tannin that you do get. A little bit of pepper spice. That aromatic nature I was talking about, definitely get that on the palate, almost perfumed. Just a very, very interesting and pretty complex rum. In my opinion, those 5 drops of water, you could experiment even more if you wish. I certainly have been, and I feel that this takes very, very well to water, and you can certainly experiment more. I can add a good few more drops here, bring that strength down just a wee bit. But one thing I do love about this rum is that it's very different to the other rums that I've got. Obviously the saltiness I associate with Worthy Park, but it really stands out on its own. And I've got another Long Pond as well from Whiskey Blues, which is a 17-year-old and has a very similar profile to this. But this one, in my opinion, is a perfect bottle if you really want to experiment with rum and you want to try it out with obviously giving it a bit of time in the glass and also experiment with water. Just gives you loads and loads of flavour, different flavours, different textures. But this is simply just an excellent bottle that I would highly recommend that you either get a bottle or you try a sample at least. Okay guys, also just to say that I'm going to be doing a good few more rum reviews. I've got some really nice samples coming along from a company called Dead Reckoning, and they finally are making their bottles available in the UK. So I've got a sample set coming. They're all 5cl samples, and I think there's about 6 or 7 different ones, and I'm really looking forward to trying it when it does arrive. But in any case guys, that just about wraps it up for this review. So this Long Pond 16 single cask from Kildale is really good. I mean, excellent quality in my opinion, and those sweet tones are just continuing now in the finish. They're just sitting there, and definitely more tropical fruit nature, just sitting there on the palate and blending very well with those salty tones as well. Okay guys, so yeah, if you enjoy my content guys, then please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It is always appreciated. But as usual guys, not much else to say except have a fantastic day, and I'll see all of you again soon. Take care guys. Cheers.